Hello, friends.
The Bears are who we thought they were.
The Bears. The Bears.
I am the great Cornholio.
We'll see what happens.
Playoffs?
Seton Hall. Sean McDonough, Jay Billis. Goats.
Can you play a song? Something cool. Put my mic on!
I'm calling both games.
Oh, baby!
Are you serious?
Goes down the field for Smith.
Oh, he got it!
Seattle. We're getting ready for Cincinnati.
Well, it was only a matter of time. And if you don't know what I'm talking about Antonio Brown. Welcome back to Mike's Madness. It was only a matter of time until Antonio Brown entered the news cycle. It is that time of year again. And so here's kind of how the season goes for NFL fans. First, off season or week one or whatever, we usually have a few assaults or domestic violence cases, right? We have a few of those, and nobody really knows what's going on, and maybe they get brushed under the rug or they get swept aside, or maybe there's a guy with one of those cases that gets a game or two suspension and a fine. So that happens, and then a week or two later, a player or coach will get released or fired for an off-field incident, right? Okay, that checks out. Then Josh Gordon returns, gets reinstated. Then there's something with drugs or alcohol. Checks out. Then there's a devastating season injury. Checks out. Then a few weeks later, Jets give up on their current quarterback and start the backups. Checks out. Then there's a major star that wants to be traded. Yep. And then that takes us to this time in the year, Antonio Brown. And, yep, it all checks out, right? Let's just go through that one more time. First, the assault or domestic violence case, Deshaun Watson. Yep, that checks out. Player or coach gets released or fired for off-field incident, John Gruden. Yep, that checks out. Josh Gordon returns. Yep. Something with drugs or alcohol, Henry Ruggs. Yep. Devastating season-ending injury, Jameis Winston. Yep. Jets give up on current quarterback and start the backups. Yep, they started Mike White, now Joe Flacco. They gave up on Zach Wilson. There was an injury, right, but I don't know if he's going to come back, even if he's healthy. Major star wants to be traded. Yep, Odell Beckham Jr. That checks out. And then Antonio Brown. There you go. That's how it goes every season. That's the timeline every year. And you might be wondering, okay, what did he do this time? What is it now? Well, it has to do with, and take a wild guess what it has to do with this time. Yep. If you guessed COVID-19, yep, you are absolutely correct. And I wonder if he's going to receive the same Aaron Rodgers treatment from the media. And they're already trying to cover up for him, I think. At least that's what I'm getting at. That's what my feel for how it's going is. So according to ESPN and the Tampa Times last night at about 5 o'clock, Antonio Brown has been accused of obtaining a fake COVID-19 vaccine card. Steven Ruiz, former personal chef for Antonio Brown, said that Antonio Brown and his girlfriend reached out to Ruiz over the summer to obtain the fake card. Antonio Brown's girlfriend offered Ruiz $500 for the fake card, and Ruiz said he was unable to acquire a fake card for Antonio Brown and the girlfriend. Yet, this is where it gets weird. Yet, Antonio Brown later showed Ruiz cards that Antonio Brown purchased, yet it wasn't from Ruiz, which is A, weird, B, stupid. Why, common sense just tells you, well, if the one guy wouldn't get it for you, why would you go and buy it from somebody else and show him that you bought it? That just sounds pretty dumb to me. There was early on, Brown was unwilling to get the vaccine due to possible side effects, yet it was unclear if Brown got the shot later on. However, pause. All right, I'm going to take a step back and pause for a minute. It was unclear if Brown got the shot later on. I thought the Buccaneers were one of the two teams that were 100% vaccinated. Remember that? First it was the Falcons, and then it was the Buccaneers, right? I thought the Buccaneers were 100% vaccinated. Now it's unclear whether he got the shot or not? What? So I'm confused. Please, I need somebody to clear that up for me. There was a statement to the Tampa Times from Antonio Brown, quote, Antonio Brown appreciates the severity of the pandemic, which is why he got the vaccine and supports everyone for whom... I'm sorry, there was a statement to the Tampa Times, I guess either from Antonio Brown or about Antonio Brown. No, I think it was from his agent. That's what it was. Something like that. I guess I misworded it in my notes here. Antonio Brown appreciates the severity of the pandemic, which is why he got the vaccine, and supports everyone for whom it is advisable to get the vaccine. Coronavirus has hit close to home as it took him out of a game. He is healthy, vaccinated, and ready to win another Super Bowl. So, that's just weird. I don't... Kind of... That seems like a statement where it's like, hey, nothing's going on here. Go, move on. Go away. Nothing's going on. We're fine. He got the vaccine. Carry on. However, the Bucs... Now, this is where it gets even more confusing and weird. The Bucs did not respond to any questions from the Tampa Times initially. However, when the story broke, and the story kind of exploded last night, the Buccaneers came out with a statement late last night at about, I think, 7 o'clock or so. I don't know. It was like pretty soon after the story exploded. The Bucs came out with a statement regarding the report from the Tampa Times, saying, quote, after an extensive educational process conducted throughout our organization this past offseason highlighting the benefits of the COVID-19 vaccines, we received completed vaccination cards from all Tampa Bay Buccaneers players and submitted the required information to the NFL through the established process in accordance with the league policy. All vaccination cards were reviewed by Buccaneers personnel and no irregularities were found or observed. So the Buccaneers had nothing to say initially to the Tampa Times. They didn't answer any questions when the Tampa Times asked them at first, right? And then their report comes out and it breaks and it goes rampant. And then they had to do some damage control and say, no, wait a minute, no. We had everybody's vaccinated. We looked at all the cards. Nothing's going on. We promise you, Antonio Brown's vaccinated. He's fine. No. It's okay. Nope. If that was really the case, right? And maybe it is really the case, but if it really was, like, why would they not just come out and say that initially, right? Why would they not just come out and say that when the Tampa Times asked them initially, right? Like, wouldn't that make the most sense if they just came out and said it and just, right? Like, wouldn't that make the most sense? It's just something's off here. Something is weird. And so Antonio Brown missed week 3 after testing positive for COVID-19 4 days before the game. He was activated the following week, but has now missed the past 3 games with an ankle injury. So that makes you think, is it really an ankle injury? Or were they trying to... Was something else really going on? Did they know that he used a fake card? Like, maybe they just found it out and they're trying to cover things up before the story hit wide. And maybe that's just me maybe that's just my tinfoil hat conspiracy theory, take or whatever. But I don't know. Something is just weird. Something is really, really weird with this story. And it's just weird, right? Like, it's just not adding up. And so you might be asking, why did the personal chef come out with this, like, all of a sudden, right? If it was over the summer, why did he not come out and make this public before? Why is it now? Well, when it doesn't add up, it all adds up. So Antonio Brown owed the chef $10,000 and did not pay it to him. So after Brown did not pay the money owed to Ruiz, that's when he came public with the accusation. Oh, okay, so there you go. Well, now I really don't know what to think about, because let me go over this one more time. So Antonio Brown, something is not right in the story. Antonio Brown showed the chef fake cards that he purchased elsewhere after the chef told Brown that he couldn't get him fake cards. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers wouldn't respond to the Tampa Times story initially. And then after the story goes crazy, in 2 hours or so, the Buccaneers come out and say, no, everybody's vaccinated. We looked at the cards. It's all good. No worries. But Antonio Brown's vaccinated. Shush. It's fine. Shush. Don't worry about it. It's okay. He's vaccinated. His card's fine. We looked at it. It's fine. It's great. Why wasn't that said initially? Why wasn't that said before? Because if this was really like a huge issue and that was really like the truth, Like, wouldn't you have just said that initially when the Tampa Times asked you, like, hey, we have this report about Antonio Brown using a fake card? Instead of saying, I don't want to talk about it, like, saying I don't want to talk about it, or like not having any answer to any questions, wouldn't that just kind of raise your suspicion about something? Like, wouldn't that just make you think that something weird is going on? As opposed to them just saying, no, I don't know where you heard that, but, you know, everybody's vaccinated. We looked at the cards. We went through an extensive process, and everybody's good to go. Like, there's nothing there, right? Why not just come out and say that before the story comes out, right? Why not just be upfront and honest with the reporters? So I don't know. That's weird, and like, so like it's just really weird. This is just a really weird story, and it just seemed like, you know, again, why did the Buccaneers not come out and say this initially when they were first asked by the Tampa Times about this? The story comes out, everybody's talking about it, and then they come out and say that everybody's vaccinated and there's nothing to worry about. And so somebody's lying here is the bottom line. Somebody's lying. Whether it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or whether it's the reporter that wrote the story, or whether it's the Ruiz, the chef. Somebody's lying. Because, like, from the Tampa Times article, it said that it was unclear if Antonio Brown got vaccinated later on. Well, the team's 100% vaccinated, right? And the Buccaneers even came out and said, no, everybody's vaccinated. We checked the cards, everybody's good. So how is it unclear if Antonio Brown is vaccinated or not? Seems pretty clear to me, right? So either the story isn't true, or the Buccaneers are lying. Somebody's not right here. Somebody's lying. I don't know who it is, but somebody's lying. That's the bottom line. That's the only conclusion I can draw from this. And I don't really know that I can take what the Ruiz guy said seriously. I don't really know that I can take his accusation as like a tried and true accusation, because, you know, when you say he came out with the accusation after he didn't get $10,000 that he was owed, then I'm like, okay, well, no wonder he came out with something. So I don't know. It's just really weird. I don't know. And you know what's even really funny about this is nothing. Not a peep. Not a peep from sports media. ESPN, I think, had a tweet that I saw. That's all I saw from them. NFL Network last night, talking about the pregame show. They had like a 2-hour pregame show. Nothing. Not one peep. Nothing. Aaron Rodgers, we all know what happened there. Aaron Rodgers happened, and that's all they ever talked about. They talked about Aaron Rodgers like he just ended the world. And now there's a possibility that Antonio Brown used a fake vaccine card? Nothing. Not a peep. There was a tweet from ESPN, and that's all that I ever saw. That's all that I ever saw or heard, is that he was accused of using a fake vaccine card. It wasn't that he lied. He was accused of using a fake vaccine card. That's all we ever heard. Aaron Rodgers lied about whether or not he was vaccinated. And it wasn't even a lie. It was like they just took what he said the wrong way. They just took it and ran. And again, whether Rodgers lied or not, that's something that we can debate all day. But the bottom line is that people were mad at Aaron Rodgers because he lied, right? That was the narrative on Rodgers. Whether you agree with it or not, that doesn't matter. That was the narrative on Rodgers, is that he lied, and he's a bad man for lying. You can't lie. How dare you, right? And Antonio Brown now, who now we don't know if he's vaccinated or not. He's accused of using a fake vaccine card. The article said we don't know if he's vaccinated or not. And if he did use a fake card, that's the definition of lying. Now there's no debate whether he lied or not. If it was a fake card, it's a fake card. He lied. And nothing. Not one peep. Nothing from media, from NFL media. It was, he got accused. And then it came out. And then, again, the Buccaneers said nothing about this when they were asked. Because the Tampa Times said, hey, we asked them, and they said nothing. They had no response to any questions the Tampa Times asked. But after the story comes out and after the story explodes, then the Buccaneers come out and try to do damage control, saying, no. Hey, I don't know. We don't know what that story's all about. Everybody's vaccinated. We look through the cards. They're good, right? Again, I just can't wrap my head around it. Why would you not come out and say that initially? Why would you not just come out and just shut down the whole story before it happens, right? Why not just prevent a fire before it happens? Shut down an explosion before it happens, right? It's just weird. Like, I just can't wrap my head around that. Why would you not just say it initially? Why would you not just shut down any possible accusation or any possible turmoil before it happens, right? Just shut it down. Just say, no, everybody's vaccinated. Boom, right? Because if you come out and say that, like if I'm reading the story saying that, he was accused of using a fake vaccine card, and then the Buccaneers said, no, that's not true, then I'm saying, okay, well, the Buccaneers came out and told the reporter or told the Tampa Times, no, that's not true, right? They were very upfront and on, or maybe even if they're lying, like, I can take their lie and I might believe it a little bit more if they come out and say it initially right away, and they come out and say it right away. But when you wait for the when you don't say it, when you don't answer any questions initially, and the story comes out and explodes, and then you come out and say something, that just, I don't know, that just is kind of suspicious to me. That's just a little weird. And maybe I'm the only one that thinks that. Maybe everybody else is saying, well, that's totally fine, right? Don't worry about it. But no, I don't know. It just something just seems weird about this. My spidey senses are tingling, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Because waiting for this story to explode and then saying something, that just, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like it. So, but again, not one peep from NFL media. At least not that I've heard. Nothing. It was, he was accused of using a fake card, and then every from Adam Schefter to ESPN, every outlet possible posted that Tampa Bay Buccaneers statement in an attempt to cover up for any possible any possible bad thing, right? It's just weird. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just really weird. And again, for me personally, something's not adding up. It is just, and so it would be one thing if this was anybody else. Like let's say this is Mike Evans or whatever. Then I'm like, okay, well, I don't know. Maybe he really did get vaccinated, and I don't know. Maybe the Buccaneers just for whatever reason they didn't answer the question, and he probably got vaccinated, right? We can probably safely assume that he got vaxxed. But with Antonio Brown, right? Like, I don't think anybody is surprised that Antonio Brown is in some kind of scandalous story, right? Or any, being accused of something. Like, nobody's surprised at that. So, I don't know, just another weird thing. Again, something smells fishy. Something just isn't adding up. And, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't know what to think of it. Like, I truly don't know what to think of it. So, we'll see what happens. We'll see how this thing plays out. Antonio Brown hasn't played in a while. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if there's a deep investigation into it. I doubt there will be, but it'll be interesting to see. So just yet another instance of Antonio Brown in the news. So there you have it.